Hello, I am Carl Jung, and I am here to talk to you about my theory of the collective unconscious, my most controversial theory. The collective unconscious is a part of the unconscious mind that contains the cumulative experiences of humans throughout their entire evolutionary past. These cumulative experiences are passed down to succeeding generations, influencing them. These experiences could be anything from encountering other people to predators to natural disasters, basically events that humans would have likely gone through over the ages. These experiences are inherited as predispositions and they are called archetypes. Basically, these archetypes predispose the succeeding generations to act in a certain way towards certain events and situations. These archetypes are not only recordings of the experiences themselves, but also the emotions that were associated with them. In fact, the emotions are the most important part of the experiences. Now, when an experience arises that identifies with a specific archetype, the emotional response that is elicited by an individual would have been similar to the type of emotional response that was elicited by other individuals throughout the ages. For instance, when we are born, we have this typical image of and how a mother is, and that image has resulted from these cumulative experiences passed down to us from preceding generations. Based on this archetype or predisposition, we begin to project on our own mother this typical image of what a mother is. The archetype influences how we view our mother and how we respond to her emotionally. So when we're born, our view of our mother may be that of someone who is loving, warm, and caring, and we respond to her by being attached and accepting because of the predisposition that was passed down to us from our ancestors. So essentially, archetypes are the foundations for our perceptual and emotional experiences, and they provide us with a predisposition to have certain tendencies and emotional experiences, and to also engage in certain categorical behaviors. Let's have an example. Humans throughout the ages have had many different types of myths. Now, most of these could be attributed to emotional experiences that they may have had, and in turn a myth was created as an explanation. This behavior of myth-making as a response to emotional experiences has been collected in our collective unconscious and passed down. So what we have then is an inherited tendency to essentially re-experience some form of these myths as we encounter a type of event that has been previously been associated with that myth. Now let's move back to archetypes. I realized there were many different types of archetypes, and the following are the ones I have discussed the most thoroughly. The persona causes people to only show a portion of their personality to the public. We hide who we truly are from the general public. So this would be the reason why you may act differently when you're in the comfort of your home than when you're walking around in a grocery store. The anima provides the male personality with a female component that essentially acts as an outline for men to successfully interact with women. The animus does the same, except that it is reversed for women. So this serves as providing the female personality with a male component that also serves as an outline for interacting with men. Now, the shadow archetype is something that we inherited from our pre-human ancestors. And this is the reason why we in certain situations may be aggressive and immoral. Now, we as humans would actually project these aspects of our personality into symbolic figures such as demons, monsters, and other horrifying creatures. Now, to move on, I also believed that the self had a certain goal to discover these parts and understand them, and then synthesize all these components of our personality into a whole harmonious unity. This I termed self-actualization, and this was the goal of life. Well, in a nutshell, this is my theory of the collective unconscious. Thank you.